little closer.
Okay. But is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I start?
Yes, Mother.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Today I'm going to read the book Harinama Cintamani by Haridasa Thakura. If by the mercy of the devotees he can give up the aspiration for bhakti and mukti and accept his position as servant of Krishna, being repentant and obedient, he can receive the real name and realize actual knowledge of Sambandha Jnana. Then, by constantly chanting the name, tears will come to his eyes. The mercy inherent in the name will come, and his true nature, prema bhakti, will become manifest. But the Mayavadi who holds that both Krishna and the position of the Jiva as Krishna's servant are temporary and imaginary is an offender against the name and dwells in the deep hole of misfortune. Since the name is a desirety, it gives the Mayavadi his desire of merging into the Lord's effulgence. Of the five types of liberation, Sayujya or merging gives relief from the pains of the material ocean, but extinguishes one's own identity as well. Illusioned men, thinking there will be happiness in that state, receive only the shadow of happiness, for in that state, forgetting Krishna completely. They cannot obtain service in eternal bliss and knowledge, which is the perfection of life. If one has no bhakti, no love for Krishna, no constant faith and conviction in Krishna, how can one attain real eternal happiness? In summary, one who is at the stage of Namabhasa does not accept the Mayavadi philosophy, nor is his heart contaminated or weakened by its influence. The full glory of the sun is not visible when covered by clouds, but when the clouds are removed, the sun shines in full glory. Just in this manner, when a person receives knowledge of the actual nature of the name by the mercy of the Guru, when the ignorance and anarthas causing namabhasa are dissipated by sambandha jnana and sadhana of proper chanting, that namabhasa can be transferred into Shuddha Nama, at which stage one will receive the full brilliance of the name in the form of prema. Therefore, whoever carefully avoids the company and influence of Mayavadis takes shelter of the pure name, and serves out of love, will become fully satisfied in full perfection. That is the Lord's instruction. Whoever accepts this instruction is a fortunate soul, and whoever rejects it is a rascal who will not be delivered for 100 million births. To state it in another way, one should simply give up bad association and take shelter of Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Other than Mahaprabhu's feet, or other than his mercy, there is no way. Thus did Haridasa Thakura conclude his explanation of Namabhasa. One who takes shelter of the at the lotus feet of Haridasa will sing incessantly his glorification of the name entitled Harinama Chintamani. Blasphemy of Vaishnavas. Yadadara Prana Jaya Janma Jivana Jaya Siddhananta Srivasadi Bhaktagana. Sri Chaitanya said, O Haridasa, now describe in detail the offenses to the holy name. Haridasa answered, by your power, I will say what you make me say. Offenses to the holy name are analyzed as 10 according to scripture. One should be fearful of committing these offenses. They are as follows: to blaspheme or criticize the Vaishnavas, to consider that other living entities, such as the demigods, are independent of Krishna, to disobey or disrespect the Guru, to disrespect scriptural authority, to interpret the meaning of the name, and to think that the glories of the name are imaginary, to commit sinful activity on the strength of the holy name, to give the name to the unfaithful who are not ready to accept, to consider the holy name as karma and pious activity, to be inattentive while chanting the holy name. After having taken correct knowledge, being aware of the glories of the name, to remain attached to the material world of I and mine, and ultimately reject the name. These shall be described one after another. The first offense, known as Sadhu Ninta, criticism of Vaishnavas, is very harmful for those wanting to progress in spiritual life. First, let us define what Sadhu or Vaishnava is. In the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna enumerates to Uddhava the characteristics of a sadhu: dayalu, merciful; sahishnu, tolerant; sama, equal; drahas, shunya, vrta, penance without injury to the body; satyasara, truthfulness; vishuddhatma, purified; parahita, engaged in the welfare of mankind; kame, ashubhida, buddhi, intelligence free from lust; danda, restraint; aginchana, devoid of concept of ownership; mrudu, gentle; shuji, clean; parimita, boji, regulated eating and other habits; shantaman, peaceful; aniha, padi, to materialism; drilliman, patience; sthira, steadiness; apramada, attentive, alert; sugabhira, very grave; vijita, Shadguna, conquering over the six gunas: hunger, thirst, lamentation, envy, old age, and death; Amani, not expecting honor from others; Manada, giving respect to others; Daksha, skillful; Avanchaka, non hypocritical; Jnani, knowledge of the scriptures. By, by these characteristics, one can know who is a sadhu. However, here there are two types of characteristics: principal and marginal. The principal characteristics is exclusive surrender to Krishna, while all others are dependent upon it. By some good fortune, one may get the association of Vaishnavas and then attain a taste for the name, chant the name, and take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. This becomes the chief characteristics, and by continuing to chant the name, all the other characteristics make their appearance. Therefore, they are called marginal or accompanying. Through secondary to the principal characteristics, they will certainly appear in the body of a true Vaishnava or Sadhu as an effect of proper chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna. In summary, um, Haridas Thakura gives explanation of Namabhasa and the importance of chanting the holy name. First, he talks about how can we get the Prema Bhakti. In order to receive the Prema Bhakti, accept the position as a servant or Dasanudasa, being obedient, receive the actual knowledge of Sambandha Jnana. Then, by chanting the holy name, mercy flows through the Shuddha Nama. Thus, Prema Bhakti manifest. Then he talks about Mayavadi philosophy. Mayavadis think that Krishna and Jiva as Krishna's servant are temporary and imaginary. Then Next, it talks about Namabhasa to Shuddhanama. Namabhasa refers to the initial imperfect stage of chanting, where the full glory of the name is obscured by ignorance and anarthas. Through the Guru's mercy, Sambandha Jnana and proper chanting or sadhana, Namabhasa can be transformed into Shuddhanama, pure name, and that will transform into pure bhakti. The passage concludes by emphasizing the importance of taking shelter of Lord Chaitanya. Whoever takes the shelter of the Shuddhanama and serves the Lord out of love will become fully satisfied in full perfection, and they are fortunate soul. In other words, one should simply take shelter of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. Those who reject are considered unfortunate and will not be delivered for countless births. Essentially, the path to Krishna is through devotion, proper chanting, and the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And at the end, it talks about the 10 offenses that we all know about it. Hare Krishna.